your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know, it's to say I doubt it will stand up to something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Oh, good morning. Happy Mayor in the morning. What's going on, guys? Good to see everybody. Last night was super fun. We had comedian, actor, author, singer Mario Bosco in studio. That was a blast. He talked about his introduction into showbiz by one Mr. Bill Cosby. We talked about his medical condition. Basically, apparently his mom had Advil while she was pregnant with him, and that's why his growth was stunted. That's what I took away from that conversation. Kind of amazing stuff. But he has the best attitude in the world. He's grateful to be alive. He's not, looking at his disability like, woe is me. He's like, oh no, I've accomplished so much. I've lived this long. So it's a great episode. Very inspiring. We had a lot of fun. He's Italian too. And we tried all these Italian pastries. And he taught me the correct pronunciations of said pastries and also meats and cheeses. And it was just so much fun. So check that out on my YouTube channel. Yes, he's from Meka. That's Filthy, the producer. Filthy, how was the drive back? Okay. It was raining. It was raining last night. Forget about it. Hey, I'm walking here. Yes, that sort of thing. So today we're going to talk about the friend of the show, my dear friend, Savanah Hernandez. She was trending today on Twitter. Over the past, really, this has begun over the past few months. There's been increased efforts from the Trump administration to really increase deportation of illegal aliens, particularly the violent criminals. But what does the left do? They spread fear and propaganda, and they tell people that, oh, you're just because you're brown, you're going to be deported, like they always do. This is nothing new from them. So we're going to talk about why Savanah has been trending on Twitter. But just to set the stage for this was an article, or rather press release from February from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. This is explaining how ICE is going to expand detention capacity with Delaney Hill facility in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey. And they reopened the venue after reaching an agreement with the facility's owner to reestablish the Federal Immigration Processing and Detention Center, and they can fit 1,000 illegals in this facility. There's 1,000 beds. This detention center is the first to open under the new administration, said acting ICE Director Caleb Vitello. The location near an international airport. Oh yes, it's near Newark Airport. That makes sense. Streamlines logistics, helps facilitate the timely processing of individuals in our custody as we pursue President Trump's mandate to arrest, detain, and remove illegal aliens from our communities. The facility will expand ICE's detention center capacity in the Northeast, enhancing the agency's ability to manage the region's growing enforcement and removal operations, right? So this is a growing effort from the Trump administration. This is what we voted for. Most of us are happy to see this. And this is just, 5 days ago. We see this. The Newark mayor was actually arrested after protesting at this very ICE detention center with congressional Dems. The mayor was arrested. Newark Mayor Raz Baraka has been released from custody after he was arrested outside Delaney Hall ICE Detention Center. He was accompanied by congressional Democrats when he was taken into custody. Several government officials have publicly called for Baraka's immediate release. He was arrested on Friday, and this article came out May 9th, so this was a couple weeks ago. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Phone is reminding me to drink water. Now is not the time. Okay, so maybe last week. I'm sure he wasn't in jail, probably at all. Maybe just held for a little bit. The mayor said he could not speak about the case, citing a promise he made to the lawyers and judge, but he voiced full-throated support for everyone living in his community. Of course, he has to. He's a Democrat. Immigrants included, all of us here, every last one of us. I don't care what background you come from, what nationality, what language you speak, probably, whether you're illegal or not. At some point, we have to stop these people from causing division between us. Ugh. Okay. And this is acting U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, Alina Habba. That sounds familiar, right? We know her. Posted that the mayor committed trespass and ignored multiple warnings from Homeland Security investigations to remove himself from the ICE detention center, and that he'd been taken into custody. So he legitimately trespassed and ignored warnings from the Homeland Security Department. Okie doke. Okay, here we go. So there have been, I guess, a steady stream of demonstrations at this detention center in Newark, Delaney Hall, an ICE prison. ICE, ICE, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yo, stop, collaborate, and listen. Let's center myself, shall we? Okay. Okay, so this sets the stage for our dear friend Savanah. You all should be following her. If you're not, you're truly missing out. On Twitter, she is Sav says SAV_SAYS_. And she is known for her journalism. She is known for getting out into these streets, talking to people, getting the lay of the land. It's why we love her. She really is. She's always busy and crushing it. So let's see where she first started talking about this. So this was May 12th. So a couple days ago, she's at this facility doing man on the street stuff. I think it begins with this tweet here. Liberal white women are now flashing, this is unbelievable, flashing love signs and blowing kisses to the illegal immigrants being bussed into the ICE detention center in New Jersey. This is the same facility where murderers, child rapists, MS-13 gang members, and terrorists are held. But no, we have boomer ladies with too much time on their hands blowing kisses with lame cardboard signs. She looks like she just took this sign off her kitchen wall. It's got a little hanging thing. She's bowing to the illegals. Yeah, she took this sign off her kitchen wall. Love, equality. What is wrong with her? She's got a UV shield up on her head. What? Some of these boomers have too much time on their hands. They're living too long. They're doing too much. They need to be spending time with their grandkids. And here's the problem. Us millennials are not having enough kids. So therefore we have a whole generation of boomers who have no grandkids to visit. And now they do shit like this. They end up at detention centers blowing kisses to illegals. So really, this is our generation's fault here. She's like, she's about to just put her head up against this glass and breathe on it and draw a little heart for them. Ma'am, there are rapists in this van. Okay, is that who you want? Loose and loving and out in the world. They're not participating in the right kind of love. Okay, They're participating in struggle snuggles. Go home. This is ridiculous. These guys are just trying to do their job and drive these people in. Oh my God, look how gay this is. People are holding hands. Do they think they're blocking this gate? Good luck with that. Unbelievable. This is so sad. What a sad state of affairs. Okay, here's another clip from Frontlines TPUSA. A small group of protesters holding ban ICE and immigrant power signs. Currently, and this is 22 hours ago. This was yesterday. Currently standing outside of the Delaney Hall ICE Detention Center. Yellow barricades and multiple no trespassing signs have been erected around the premises. Again, this is more boomers with too much time on their hands. I don't know if these are Soros-funded protesters or these are just your local Jersey old people with too much time on their hands. These signs, I gotta say, ladies, I'm not impressed. Immigrant power, this looks like just like the back of a magazine. This woman pulled a stop sign out of the road and took it with her, and this is just ban ICE on a piece of pink oak tag, but then taped to a larger white board. This woman, all she could get her hands on was an 8x10 black and white with a binder, with a clear binder insert protecting it. ICE not wanted here. Just low effort all around. Down with the king. Not sure what that means. And is this an ICE person arresting? What is this? The Virgin Mary? Really? That's really the comparison we're making? Okay. Peace sign. Dude, this is not Woodstock. This is not the 60s or the 70s. This is the 2020s. Okay. And we're trying to clean our friggin' country up, buddy. There's clear. You can see the no trespassing sign. What a lame poster. I mean, I at least give this points for creativity here. The rest of these people have the worst signs I've ever seen. 1, 2, 3. There's 5 of them. And you know what? They're probably going to poop out at around 2 o'clock because they'll be tired. Oi. What are the people saying? What are the people saying? The resistance is strong. They would do better selling lemonade. There's room at Alcatraz for them too. Seniors. Paid protesters. Interesting. All old white people. Where do they find them? Where do they get them? Lol. Wow, what a protest. Losers, losers. That would be a legal, peaceful protest. They're showing their asses, but there's no problem here. Maybe they need to raise the minimum wage for the protesters. Yeah, I mean, it was raining yesterday, so that might speak to why the turnout was so bad. Democrats are like the village people. They come dressed in costume. Time to ban public unions. The political army of Democrats. Literally 6 people. What is immigrant power? The scumbags in Delaney Hall are rapists, killers, pedos, thieves, wife beaters, and illegal aliens. These retards are pathetic. Someone please put the bad flute on this. That's great. I love that it's called the bad flute. Everyone knows what that means. Calling an illegal alien an undocumented immigrant is like calling a meth dealer an undocumented pharmacist. There's the Breaking Bad guy. Who Democrats represent, who Trump represents. Yeah, the people, the American people, Democrats represent. It seems gang members. The legal alien tax on Americans subsidizes illegal entry and settlement in the billions of dollars and places great hardships on the local, state, and federal government. True. Remember when Bill Clinton and Shanna Reno sent men with automatic weapons to kick a child refugee out of America and Democrats cheered? Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? Let's see. Are there more good clips here? Went to go ask the white liberals protesting outside of the ICE detention center in Newark why they're defending criminals. They immediately told me that I was going to get deported because I'm brown and that even child rapists deserve dignity. What is wrong with you people? This is unbelievable, but also very believable at the same time. So American brown person bad, criminal brown person good. They finally settled on there are Americans in the detention center and we need to save them. Very dramatic people. Wow. I asked her a second time to make sure she stood by what she said. She doubled down. Yep, child abusers don't deserve another breath. True. Where's the dignity for the victim? They are satanic in the truest sense. It's not supposed to make sense. They are agents of Satan and chaos. That's all there is to it. Appreciate you, Savanah. You have more courage than most men. True. She is out there in these uncomfortable places often. Won't this Simpsons meme? Won't someone please think of illegal aliens and MS-13 gang members? Yes, this is exactly what I was saying here. It's boomers who have spent their lives reminiscing about Woodstock and the good old days with so much time on their hands now that they're retired. Me and non-GMO pure blood are on the same page. Dude, yes. They are literally just racist. Ask them if they would take a child rapist into their home. Exactly. None of these people would open up their homes for any of these people. Unbelievable. They're just so out of touch. And it's a sad showing. She quote tweeted this from Keir Starmer, who's the Prime Minister of the UK. I've already returned over 24,000 people with no right to be here, and I won't stop. Can someone explain to me why Keir Starmer is suddenly a nationalist who cares about getting illegals out of his country? Haven't people been getting arrested in the UK for speaking about this very thing? Yeah, interesting. Maybe he's inspired by Trump. Oh, God. And here's another. Of course, why? Why do they, at this point, why do any of them continue to dye their hair blue? It's just like a big old arrow pointing to their heads. Like, it's stereotype incoming. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, this is not related to the protesting, but this caught my eye. I wanted to see this. Our food and water supply has been poisoned for decades, resulting in chronic disease, cancer, and the creation of lifelong customers for big pharma to profit from. And liberals are not are mad at RFK for doing this. Y'all have actual parasites in your brain. Oh, look at him go.
The witness will suspend.
Wow, look how fast.
Police are asked to remove the individuals from the hearing room. Members of the audience.
Look how quickly. That's impressive how they snap into action. It almost looks like that wood meme.
Will not be tolerated.
RFK kills people with AIDS. That's creative. And you're gone.
Members of the audience
and you're out of here, little pipsqueak.
Reminded disruptions will not be permitted.
And apparently this is Ben from Ben and Jerry. Don't buy his ice cream.
Committee conducts its
why? When there's perfectly good Haagen-Dazs. Like I said, if Haagen-Dazs pulls this shit, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Business. Capitol Police are asked to remove the individuals from the hearing room. That was a major
look at his face.
C-SPAN moment. The secretary will resume.
What do you think he's drinking? Looks like an iced tea. Anyway, okay. Back to Savanah crushing it. Okay, here is a clip through Frontlines, which is through Turning Point USA. A group of protesters. Here's the blue-headed land whale. The protesters outside ICE Delaney Hall Detention Center tell Savanah why the illegal immigrants inside deserve to remain in the U.S. Federal authorities say Delaney Hall currently holds murderers, rapists, suspected terrorists, and gang members. All the best people that you want in your country who should get, money and resources and all sorts of privileges that our own citizens don't get.
People are inside that facility.
And they're MS-13 members, they're child traffickers, they're drug traffickers, they're bringing drugs into this country.
They are still human beings.
So you don't care if they're the worst criminal in the world and they have raped and murdered children. They're okay and they're still human beings and they should be here?
I believe that they are human beings and that they deserve dignity just as everybody else.
You think child rapists deserve dignity?
Absolutely.
Oh,
This is a democracy, and we're
good for her for being so clear. That's the thing. These people are not used, and good for her for even talking to these people. The fact that they would even sit and have a conversation with her just shows how good Savanah is at this. And I think her being brown does help her in instances like this, because these white liberals who think they're being allies, they'll be like, oh, I got to talk to this brown reporter because I'm such an ally. And then Savanah comes at them like, whoopah! And then they look retarded. But I appreciate her being crystal clear. Like, really? You think child abusers deserve all of the rights and grace and resources, and just so they can say yes?
we're here. The people who are here, we're here to stand up for our democracy.
Your democracy includes protesting for child abusers and murderers. I don't understand that.
What do you say to the people who say that Donald Trump was democratically elected to mass support the illegal aliens in this country?
There are laws in this country.
Due
process is one of those
She can't even respond to that question.
So I was reading that 75% of the people in this vicinity have either committed a crime, have pending criminal charges, and they...
Wow. While some ICE facilities nationwide are reaching their limits, Delaney Hall has a number of empty beds. With 152 detainees, it is just a 15% capacity since opening its doors on May 1st. Wow, this is new. ICE officials say 75% of those detained have criminal convictions or pending criminal convictions. So I highly doubt there's women and children in this place.
They did get that due process, and they are criminals. What are your thoughts on that?
I would guess that that's a lie because there's not even, we don't even know who's in there.
Then do you think it's American citizens?
Why would you
that
say there's women and children in there?
Rounded up and thrown in here? What is the thought process?
How would we know?
I think a lot of times these people don't even speak English, and they're not from the United States of America, and they came into the country illegally.
I want to know where you're from, where this station is from.
Where
because
you're
the kind of questions you're asking me are very, very offensive.
And now this is typical leftist response when they're asked the tough questions and they look retarded. They go, I'm offended by these questions. Who are you? Who are you speaking on behalf of?
A lot of Americans are offended by the fact that illegal immigrants broke into our country and have been murdering people.
I'm finished.
So I think that a lot of people want to know why you guys are defending criminal aliens that have committed crimes in this country.
Wow, good for her. She's so good. She's so good at this. Savanah is so good at this. She really does deserve awards. That you have to be a special kind of person to be around these people, not get flustered, not lose your patience, and also stick to the task at hand, stick to the points. Really repeat back what they say and be like, are you sure about that? Are you sure you stand by these words? She just does such a fantastic job. And she puts herself in these places with these people that it's not exactly the safest place for a gal to go.
I think you need to check your facts.
Check your facts, says this mopey, like just lame, no makeup, unbrushed hair, LL Bean, windbreaker, pinky ring. Oh, but Savanah needs to check her facts.
Should we be fact checking with?
Well, do you have names?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Where are those names?
I can pull them up for you right now. Would you like to see them?
Haha, here we go. Here go the names. Ramos Marin, wanted in Brazil for homicide, has an Interpol red notice on April 29th, 2025. Eero Newark, with the assistance of HSI, SAC Newark, and CBP Newark, arrested Ramos Marin. He is in ICE custody without bond.
I can pull them up for you right
The ICE Eero Newark Fugitive Operations Unit. Here's another one. New Jersey encountered Saravia Santa Maria. Doesn't even sound like a real name. A citizen and national of El Salvador, pursuant to Raven Operation and known and verified MS-13 gang affiliation. Great.
Right now, would you like to see him? We can go through all.
Look at her with the receipts. Savanah came with receipts from Homeland Security. Chinchilla? His name is... Okay, this is got to be the fakest fake name I've ever seen. His name is literally Chinchilla Caballero, which means chinchilla horse. Horse is, well, caballo. Caballero, I think, is cowboy. So his name is Chinchilla Cowboy. Let me fact check this. Caballero. Caballero is a Spanish term, blah, blah, blah. Knight, gentleman, horseman, cavalier. Okay, it can also mean horseman. Okay, I was pretty close. So his name is literally Chinchilla Horseman. Chinchilla Caballero is in ICE custody pending removal proceedings. Caballero is a positive match to numerous TECS lookouts and is a known active member of MS-13.
All of the, because there's convicted child.
Wow. Another one from Homeland Security on May 5th, 2025. ICE Newark arrested Maximo Nunez, a 58-year-old citizen of the DR, Dominican Republic. Nunez has felony arrests for possession of a controlled dangerous substance, obstruct administration of the law, aggravated unlicensed driving, assault with deadly weapon with intent to kill, interfere with custody of children. Damn. He will remain in ICE custody pending a removal hearing.
Rapists, there's drug traffickers, there's known members.
Wow. May 5th, ICE Newark arrested Adonis Estevez. He sure is an Adonis. Bello, a 23-year-old Dominican Republic. Estevez, multiple felony convictions, possession of a controlled dangerous substance, drug trafficking, resisting arrest, possession of weapon, unlawful purposes, gang affiliation with street gang. Dominicans don't play. That's the name of your gang. Who's in charge of naming gangs over there? He will remain in ICE custody pending a removal hearing.
Members of MS-13.
Wow. Tamila, subject of Interpol red notice, wanted for prosecution in Peru for the crime of violation of sexual freedom, rape of a minor, for which the penalty is a maximum of 30 years in prison. Disgusting. Wow.
In these areas.
Wow. So I'm just going to rewind it and play the whole thing.
Facts?
Check
Who
your
should
facts.
we be fact checking with?
Well, do you have names?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Where are those names?
I can pull them up for you right now. Would you like to see them? We can go through all of the, because there's convicted child rapists, there's drug traffickers, there's known members of MS-13 in these areas.
I swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States to support and defend, especially the idea of due process protections. I will stand by that.
Okay. And so for the illegal aliens who are found to be in this country illegally and found to have committed crimes, should they be deported?
The idea of who is illegal.
And you have
hard time answering that one.
Just targeting people who have committed crimes. They're saying that people are criminals simply for crossing the border.
They
That
are.
is a crime. That's a federal crime.
I personally do not believe that that is a crime. The vast majority of people who are coming to America are coming here for economic opportunity.
But that's not asylum.
I disagree. Asylum, I'm a political scientist.
Oh!
Most were.
See, for all of you guys who majored in political science, here you go. This is your first genuine political science out in nature. Blue-haired and fully qualified to speak on these matters.
That we take for granted are actually quite up for debate.
Can't believe she actually said with a straight face, I'm a political scientist.
We have had cases on
face mask. Look at this crusty, dirty 5-year-old face mask. Woof.
Quite up for debate.
We have had cases on major news of people that were specifically court ordered not to be deported.
Like who?
And where? I honestly don't have the name of my tongue.
I think you're talking about Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who is a known MS-13 member. Do you think like somebody like that should be allowed to stay in the United States?
He has an order to lawfully be in the United States. Pursuant to
Look
that
at her.
order, he should be
She
in the
almost laughed. Oh, this is great. This is Savanah, you deserve a raise. Watch her listen to him and hold back laughter with everything she has.
He has an order to lawfully be in the United States. Pursuant to that order, he should be in the United States.
But he's not a citizen of this country.
He has a court order allowing him to stay in this country. He's here.
He didn't have a court order allowing him to stay in this country.
Yeah, the court order.
And also, the court order stated that he couldn't be he couldn't be extradited to El Salvador because of fear of MS-13. But that's been eradicated, and El Salvador is now a safe nation.
You perhaps are correct. I would have to check the references on that.
I pity you. I truly do, because you don't care for the dignity of every human being.
I don't care about the dignity.
She's great. And look, it looks like it's raining. The wind is blowing. These people look like they're getting ready to leave. They're like, yeah, our time is up. Our Thesauro bucks have ran out. Our signs are wet. And again, when the leftists, when their arguments fall flat because they're weak and unfounded, what do? They go for personal attacks. And that's what she's doing.
Dignity of child rapists, you're right, or drug traffickers or MS-13 members who have made my country unsafe.
And I'm sorry
Absolutely.
that you have had a really hard
I care about protecting children, and you're talking about due process, but to be quite honest with you, these people haven't given due process, and they've been found to be criminal illegal aliens, and so I do think that they should be deported.
She thinks that she's exploiting. They're so dumb. And they truly revel in their ignorance. They're so confident in their ignorance. It blows my mind every time.
And I'm sorry
Absolutely.
that you have had a really hard life.
I care about protecting children, and you're talking about due process, but to be quite honest with you, these people haven't given due process, and they've been found to be criminal illegal aliens, and so I do think that they should be deported.
That's very sad to me. You're an exploiter.
So you're here to defend criminals, is what you're saying.
I'm here to defend every single human being. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves dignity.
Thank you.
She's like, you hear how she's on the verge of tears? These people are always mentally ill. There's always some underlying issue. She's about like a 5-minute conversation away from fully breaking down into tears. That's what's up with these people. Oh, hi, Mark Zart. Thank you for the yellow boy. Good morning, Chrissy, Frank, baby Frank, Muffin and Waffles. Is Waffles here? No, she left. Happy anniversary. Oh my God, how did you remember? You must have seen my tweet. Happy anniversary to you and Frank. Sav is great and isn't afraid to go into dangerous places. No, she is not. Those people protesting ICE are insane. Yeah. Ugh. Thank you, Mark. You're the best. Chipicus. What's up, Chipicus? We're not allowed to wear rank or uniform in a political protest, making me skeptical of the veteran or the service member's status. Interesting. You know, I feel like a lot of people see somebody who's a veteran and they go, well, they must know what they're talking about. They serve this country. So that's an interesting point there. Also, side note about blue hair. As someone who does dye their hair quite regularly in order to keep it up, you can't be having blue hair and then letting the roots grow in like this. This is just not good. This is not good. We can see, and when you get your hair dyed blue, it has to be bleached. All the color out of it has to be bleached out first. So you get this like very light blonde or white color, which is, you can see also the blue is fading out. It's a very high maintenance operation having blue hair. But your regular color's got to be bleached out, and then they lay the blue color on top of it. So you got roots growing out. You can see the bleaching underneath. Who knows? Maybe she did this herself. But sloppy work, nonetheless.
Thank you.
Everybody does, even you. Even you.
She smiles. She doesn't lose her patience. Savanah always looks so good in these things.
Even you.
I'm not
Even you. Love is love.
Very sad to me. You're an exploiter.
So you're here to defend criminals, is what you're saying.
I'm here to defend every single human being. Everybody deserves love.
They're so retarded. She thinks she's such an ally, that her heart is in such a good place, while simultaneously ignoring the facts. Again, I don't know how these dumb people get so confident.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your
Everybody
time.
does. Even you. Even you.
Thank you.
Even you.
I'm not a child rapist or an MS-13 member, so I would hope so.
No, you're just a capitalist exploiter who likes to exploit people's pain.
Thank you.
Capitalist exploiter? Yes, it's capitalism's fault.
You.
See, anger issues underneath all of it. Unbelievable. What do the people say about this? Unhinged. Yep. Dem S13. We know whose side they're on. Blue hair and fake empathy. A tale as old as time. At the end of the day, you just have to acknowledge the insanity and hope that enough people see through this nonsense. According to the blue-haired one, she'd protest for the January 6th people. Ha ha! Good point. She's been on the planet for 75 years and still dumb as stump. That's someone's grandma. You can't make this level of insanity up. When mentally unwell people tell you shit like child molesters deserve dignity, you know they are long since lost the plot. These people don't realize that if illegals saw them on the street, they would go the other way. These libs are so brainwashed to agree that a child abuser needs to be here. That in and of itself is warped and twisted. You know why? Because these people they either have grown kids who don't talk to them anymore, so they're completely out of touch with what it means to be a parent, or they've never had kids and they have no clue. I'm a political scientist, and the truth is that much of the words that we use and take for granted are actually up for debate. Yikes. The dude is cosplaying. He's not a soldier. F you. There's the love. Bunch of losers. Sav is phenomenal. A hot brown woman who can speak with actual conviction and not just emotion is more they could ever handle. Yes, that does. It goes a really long way. We don't even know who's in there. They contradict themselves constantly, and they hate being asked questions. I'm so curious to know what Savanah actually says to these people to get them talking. Oh, look at this clip. Okay. Anti-ICE protester tried telling Savanah she should fear deportation because she's brown. It's safe to say it didn't end well for her. Oh boy. That's actually so racist. And again, you have this very crunchy, crusty boomer. She needs to be spending time with grandkids. Knitting a blanket. Not out here in the rain. With an LL Bean rain jacket.
They'll take you too. They don't really care.
Why do you think they're going to take me too?
Who is they?
Because you have brown skin.
That's pretty racist. I'm an American citizen.
Doesn't matter.
So you think I'm going to get deported?
You could.
So this woman right here thinks I'm going to get deported because I'm a brown woman. That's an extremely racist thing to say, ma'am.
No, the racist people are...
No, you're the racist because you just came up to me and said I'm going to get deported because I'm...
And she can't handle the fact that a brown person is calling her racist. It's like literally she's turning her head to the side like a dog learning a new word. She cannot compute this. This is how these people keep their bubbles and their world so small. They're severely lacking in any conversation with anybody with a difference of opinion, that it's like you're speaking in another language.
I'm brown. How dare you? How dare you sit here and speak to me because of my
skin tone? And then she tries to backpedal. Oh no, I didn't say. Oh, I'm not racist. I'm an ally. Oh.
No, I don't need to be careful. Guess what? I voted for Donald Trump because he's a president of law and order, and I've actually met him. He's very nice. And it's racist like you who stand here and tell me that I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? This is the average right liberal right here. How dare you?
How dare I?
Yes, how dare you?
She's such a wow. She's not even taking it seriously. She's laughing through this. This person's laughing. Just pathetic.
You're coming up here and you're telling me that I'm going to get deported because I'm brown.
Mass deportation. You're supporting mass deportation.
I'm an American citizen. So yes, I am supporting mass deportation of people who are not American citizens.
I'm Catholic.
Congratulations. Are you an American citizen?
Yeah. None of your business.
So
none of your business.
Clearly.
None of your business.
Girl, she's trying to be dramatic and be like, "Oh, it's a mystery. Who knows if I'm here legally or not?" No, it's like, honey, you live down the block. Honey, Oh, it's a super chat. Hi, Mark's Art. Oh, no, it's a message. I'm convinced that blue and purple hair dye rot people's brains, but not red, right? Not redheads. We're the best.
I'm not going to get deported. You're not going to get deported. But how dare you stand here and tell me that I'm going to get deported?
Those are true.
So you an American citizen are going to get deported.
Potentially.
How?
Ras Baraka is an American citizen. He was just arrested.
Why was he arrested?
By ICE.
Why was he arrested?
Because
So she's conflating getting arrested for trespassing to deportation. What a moron.
he was targeted by ICE.
Because he was charged with trespassing.
You're a very sad individual.
Why?
Because you're trying to take advantage of real people's pain.
Sweetheart, you are the one with blue hair right now, a whole ass adult standing outside of a detention facility calling people Nazis in 2025.
That's because this is Nazi behavior.
And you don't think that it was racist for your white friend here to come up to me and tell me I was going to get deported because I'm brown?
Oh.
I don't know that happened.
Ah! What a loser. What a bunch of total losers. They just have no response. The crazies were out in full force today. Good for you, Savanah. Ugh. Such a fan of her. When the hair is blue, you can judge a book by its cover. They all need mental health checks. White liberals are the worst racists. Yep. Wow. They really think immigration law is based on Pantone swatches. Wild how fast the anti-racist becomes openly racist when you disagree with them. Yes. Good comment. Undercurrent. The most racist people in America today, black women and white liberal women. Yup. I'm Catholic. Sounds like Catholics have an identity problem, and my 85-year-old godmother is having a fit because the new pope is worse than the last one. Wow. Charlie Kirk is right. College is a scam. Yeah, starting to think that way. It's a mental illness they can't be reasoned with. Very poor form by Savanah to get triggered like a leftist. The correct response is to laugh these people off. I don't feel like her response was triggered so much as she is passionately responding. And she's not taking... I mean, other than saying you're a grown woman with blue hair, she was not insulting them. 100%. Oh, another person saying stolen valor. 100% stolen valor in the back there too. That dude's effing dumbass clown. Definitely never a captain. Wow, getting called out. Wow, please never stop doing what you're doing. If liberals had any self-awareness, they would see that they are the racist ones. If this was reversed, it would be national outrage coming from a white liberal woman. Crickets. Wow. God damn, she cooked. These are the most racist people in the country. Their ideology, taken to its conclusion, puts all people on the planet back into ethno-states. They tell all the whites that their countries aren't actually their countries, and they all belong back in Europe. And if you follow that logic, all Africans would go to Africa, etc. You can see the white woman backtracking faster than a predator running into Chris Hansen. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? No, how dare you? This is great, especially the end with blue. Wow. They're definitely paid. Keep her out there. Great job. It's embarrassing that clearly brainwashed liberal is outside an ICE facility protesting illegal deportations, and she has no clue what she's talking about or how it works. Good on Sav for not letting her get away with her racist bullshit. These type of humans are a joke. I don't know that happened. Perfect awful response. Yes, call them racist, call them bigots, call them what they are, which they're not used to being called. What an embarrassment to Catholics. I'm Catholic, and in my church, we support the law. Whole ass adult with blue hair. I love when they reenact the meme. Woke white liberals. I'm not a prat. Yes, you are. You just don't know it. You see, I went to an Ivy League school. Oh, boy. Wow. She's so good. Expose their hypocrisy, put them in the hot seat. It's a real talent. She's got a real talent for this. I feel like we're one Middle Eastern country away from President Trump riding out on a magic carpet. The camels, the fighter jets, the mobile McDonald's. This entire week has been such a vibe. Leave the illegal immigrant rapists alone. That's great. What did she retweet here? Here, sadly, is Savanah owning herself to own the libs content. She says, do child abusers deserve dignity? The answer, according to Jesus, is most certainly yes. So the left wing is much closer to Jesus than her, who preaches Jesus. Hate the sin, love the sinner. Oi. But, like somebody else stated, you have to respect the law. And if you came to this country illegally, you're breaking the law. Oof. Yeah, again, not a good look to defend child abusers that are here illegally. Okay, is this that same clip? Let's see.
They'll take you too. They don't really care.
Why do you think they're going to take me too?
Because you have brown skin.
That's pretty racist. I'm an American citizen.
Doesn't matter.
So you think I'm going to get deported?
You could.
So this woman right
You
here thinks I'm
could.
going to get deported because I'm a brown woman. That's an extremely racist thing to say, ma'am.
No, the racist people are.
No, you're the racist because you
there.
just came up to me and said I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? How dare you sit
No,
here
I said
and speak
you
to me
should be
because of my skin
careful.
tone?
You
No,
should
I don't need to be careful.
because
Guess what? I
I-
voted for Donald Trump because he's a president of law and order, and I've actually met him. He's very nice,
Well, I
and it's
did-
racist
I
like
did
you
an
who stand here and
extrajudicial
tell me that I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you?
extrajudicial
This is
agency
the
that
average
cares
right
about the
liberal
Constitution.
right here. How dare you?
How dare I?
Yes, how dare you?
How dare I? You're
So you're
She
coming
doesn't
up
even
here and
care.
you're telling me that I'm going to get
Mass
deported
deportation.
because
You're
I'm brown.
Mass deportation. You're supporting mass deportation.
I'm an American citizen.
You're
So yes,
supporting
I am supporting mass deportation of people who are not American
Okay,
citizens.
I'm Catholic. Guess what?
Congratulations.
Guess
Are you an American citizen?
None of your business.
So you are an American citizen, clearly.
None of your
Clearly.
You're not going to get deported. But how dare you
That's
stand
not
here
true.
and tell me that I'm going to get
Those
deported?
are true.
So
Neither
you,
of those
an
are
American citizen, are going to get deported.
Potentially.
How?
Ras Baraka is an American citizen. He was just arrested.
Why was he
What an
arrested?
idiot.
By ICE.
Why was he arrested?
Because he was targeted by ICE.
Because he was charged with trespassing.
You're a very sad individual.
Why?
And no, and he did that because he knew how it would look. And he knew that idiots like this lady would think it was because of his skin color, not because he was trespassing.
Because you're trying to take advantage of real people's pain.
Sweetheart, you are the one with blue hair right now, a whole ass adult standing outside of a detention facility calling people Nazis in 2025.
That's because this is Nazi behavior.
And you don't think that it was racist for your white friend here to come up to me and tell me I was going to get deported because I'm brown?
I don't know that happened.
What a moron. Ugh. Good for you, girl. I don't know that happened. Everyone follow Savanah. She's the best. Hello, Junior. Thanks for the 5. What white leftists don't understand is that many Hispanics hate illegals more than most because they live around them and they know what they are. Oh, white ba. Oh, what's up, Dr. Steve? Weird Medicine with Dr. Steve gifted 5 Chrissie Mayr memberships. Enjoy. Dr. Steve, we were just talking about you the other day, the hubby and I. Chipicus for 5. I'm half Thai and German. Affluent white liberals test their Spanish on me in public, assuming I'm Hispanic. It's a weird dynamic. Ugh. Who would ever? Even if I could speak Spanish, why would you ever do that? Because they want to be accepted by minorities. They wear it like some sort of badge of honor. I don't know why. Because they hate themselves. Mark Zart for 5. Sav has a new video out where she confronts the New Jersey mayor and she's confronted by lunatics. What? Let's look that up. Let's see. Where is this video? What's our Congress doing? Maybe it's on her social media. I'm looking, Mark. Maybe it's in her Twitter. Oh, wow. Here's a picture of the mayor. Here, Seems like she has some pictures from that protest. Boo-doo-boo-boo. What is this a video of? What is this a video of? Okay, here's an interesting video that she has, but this is from April. Da-da-da-da-da. Wow. Live look at the New York migrant crisis. This is outside of the men's migrant shelter that opened up at the end of February in the Bronx. It's doubling as both a shelter and a mail room where migrants can pick up their mail. So they're getting mail here. Great. That oftentimes includes notification letters for approvals on government programs or even forms of ID. The shelter contains 2,200 beds and was specifically open to house migrant men. Great. This one guy trying to block his face. Wow. Wow, is this cold in April? Wow. A lot of women in line for this, specifically male shelter. Interesting. Wow. Okay, here's the post. Oh, hi, Mayor Baraka. Did you think you were just going to come out for a little photo op without any real journalists asking why you're choosing to defend the criminal illegal aliens being held in Delaney Hall? Footage dropping soon. Another stupid liberal. You should be living in fear of deportation because of the color of your skin. Lol, no thanks. She's not retarded. Wow. What a moron. Glad you're pressing for accountability. Law enforcement and border security should come first, not special treatment for illegals. Liberals' defense of criminal illegal aliens, as Baraka demonstrates, prioritizes optics over justice, exposing their dangerous priorities. Fact number 1, ICE data shows 400,000 deportable aliens with criminal records were released into U.S. communities by 2024, with 60% linked to violent crimes per DOJ stats. Yet the left, including Baraka, shields them, endangering citizens for political points. Fact number 2, Democrat-run cities like Newark under Baraka have seen a 30% crime surge since 2021 per FBI reports, directly tied to sanctuary policies that protect illegals over law-abiding residents. Fact 3, the left's open border stance has fueled a 20% rise in human trafficking since 2021 per FBI data, as lax enforcement creates chaos that cartels exploit, because they're not stupid, which liberals ignore for their compassion narrative. They're so compassionate. Conservatives demand accountability and safety, putting Americans first over criminal aliens. If you're tired of liberal excuses, follow Final Telegraph. Oh, I'll follow them, sure. For unfiltered truths. It's not a sanctuary city. It's called harboring fugitives. Ooh. But he's a proud person of color. It's very racist to ask him tough questions. Wow. Good job, Savanah. Crushing it. Crushing it. How exciting. Guys, if you're in the New York area, come see me 2 days from now, Saturday, May 17th. I'll be at Jazz on Main in Mount Kisco with the very funny Keanu Thompson. Go to jazzonmain.com for tickets. Check it out. Would love to see you guys there. Just go to jazzonmain.com. Scroll to my little face, click on it, and get your tickets. Would love to see you guys on Saturday. Going to be a fun, fun time. And then I got more shows coming up in Long Island, Plano, Texas, Massillon, Ohio, San Diego, California, Phoenix, Arizona. So we got tickets available for Long Island and Ohio on my website, chrissiemayr.com. Tickets are coming soon for Plano, San Diego, and Phoenix. Stay tuned. Working on more things. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you all next time. Bye.